Training camp day one, the Chicago Bears have leveled up. Bears football is back. What's up, guys? Today was the first day of Chicago Bears training camp, the first practice of the year. Today, I wanted to cover everything I know from practices and the press conferences. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, Rome Odunze missed practice today. It was for a personal reason. He is expected to be back tomorrow. People have already started making jokes and trashing Odunze. Obviously, there's nothing to worry about here. Nate Davis was a full participant in practice. Great news to start camp. Hopefully, he can continue that. But also, Doug Kramer was a full participant and even took a couple of snaps with the first team. Meanwhile, Jamry Croma was taken off the pup list after spending just one day there. He is ready to go for training camp. Big news for the undrafted free agent defensive end. If he wants a shot at making this roster, he has to be healthy for camp. New tight end Gerald Everett is day-to-day. Matt Eberflus seemed to hint that he would be back soon, and it was not a big concern. Two other starters were limited at practice. TJ Edwards was the first. Him missing time should give more reps to Jack Sanborn and second-year linebacker Noah Sewell. Not a big concern there, but Braxton Jones was also limited. Eberflus said he will remain that way for a short time. Larry Borum is the guy who filled in at left tackle. I already talked about it with Greg Gabriel yesterday. I think Larry Borum is our swing tackle, and he probably makes this roster. A lot of people have already written him off as a guy who will be cut. I envision him making the 53. He's a solid swing tackle and is currently ahead of Matt Pryor for that third tackle spot. We'll watch how that battle progresses throughout camp. Eberflus added that both guys were expected to be limited, and there wasn't anything new there. Montez Sweat spoke to the press today as well. He talked about how he was building chemistry on that defensive line with DeMarcus Walker and that they were going to be better this year. Sweat also said he was a fan of Unique Ngakoue even before he became a Bear last year and that he loved playing with him. Interesting note there from Sweat. And then a guy who stood out at practice today, Gervon Dexter, is ready to explode this year. The transformation with his body has been evident. He had a big play in practice today, breaking into the backfield and deflecting a pass into the air. Dexter did the conditioning test with the defensive ends yesterday, showing how ready he is for 2024, my biggest breakout candidate for the season. Meanwhile, Keenan Allen also spoke to the media. He talked about how he and Caleb Williams were learning the playbook together. They stayed together at a hotel and took turns quizzing each other on the plays. One guy would read a play, the other guy would practice drawing it up. They would take turns, and Keenan said it really helped him get familiar with the playbook while also building chemistry with our rookie quarterback. Meanwhile, Keenan was also asked who the best wide receiver duo in the NFL was. And while he said Tyreek and Waddle are pretty good, before leaving, he said, "It's me and DJ. Come on now." Love that confidence from Keenan. As for the practice today, Caleb Williams looked more comfortable already. His best plays were connecting with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore today, and you could tell that his cadence and his knowledge of the playbook is already on full display. At least for the first practice of the offseason, Ryan Bates was the starting center, and he took most of the reps with the first team. The battle for that starting center job between him and Coleman Shelton is going to be one to watch throughout all of camp. But Bears football is officially back. I wanted to cover the press conferences today and the most interesting comments as well. Ryan Poles and Eberflus continue talking about the elite competition during this year's camp. We have a deeper roster. It's going to be harder to make this team, and there are less starting jobs up for grabs. But the theme of the weekend from the Bears is leveling up, which goes hand in hand with my video earlier today that was scoffing at the national media's suggestion that we're overnight contenders. This has been a long, excruciating process for the Chicago Bears, and Flus's analogy of us leveling up fits perfectly. He set the foundation in 2022, and then it was adding to that foundation last year in 2023 and figuring out the strengths and weaknesses on this roster while also learning how to win football games. Now in 2024, we have leveled up and should be taken seriously as contenders, but nothing about it happened overnight. The competition in this year's training camp should be incredible, and it's finally almost football season. The first padded practice is just a week from today, and the first preseason game is just 12 days away. Remember to hit that like button for me, guys. Stay tuned for more Chicago Bears camp coverage, and until next time, bear down.